What's going on YouTube? Team StarCraft here bringing you another 3v3 game. I know I did the coverage on the new 3v3 maps video, so I thought I'd bring you one of the games we played on New Williamsburg. This is one of the new maps they introduced. It is the close air spawn map, and I'll get to discussing that first, but let me introduce our players first. As you know, representing the channel, Team StarCraft, we've got Shredded SC. That's me playing on the South team, along with my buddy Braincrusher, aka Richard, aka 2-base Mew to play all day, every day. And then we've got Spek over here, the random Protoss player. Main race is Protoss, but all he plays is random, so you put two and two together, call that whatever you'd like. We are playing against Ender, the Zerg player, Aqua, the Zerg player, and Kale, the Zerg player, but not the vegetable kale. This one's like eel, maybe a fish-related vegetable with kale, K-E-L, I don't know. Reminds me, I watched an episode of Family Feud the other day while I was at work in the break room, and they asked her to spell out a vegetable that's hard to spell, and the girl said eggplant. I darn near lost it. Eggplant, really? A 2-year-old could spell eggplant. But anyways, so this map is the new Williamsburg, one of the new 3v3 maps on the season. Both teams spawn kind of close air distance. Your bases are together. As you can see here, here, and here, there's only one ramp at the back of your base, but the air distance gap is pretty close between the bases. So we've been seeing a lot of strategies here. You know, quick Oracle can be pretty good. Widow Mine drops can be pretty good. But not only that, but Speedlings are also very good, and so are Hellions on this map. Like, quick units have been a real pain to deal with because the attack paths are very long. There's two you can choose. You can either walk this whole way down this watchtower, all the way down to here, but once you get here, the expansions are right here at the top, and there's this wide open ramp, and it's just very difficult to defend against Speedlings. So I mean, Zerg early game definitely has the advantage. Speedlings are very good. Mutas can be okay, depending on what you're playing against. If you're against a Protoss who's going for Phoenixes, or a Terran who decides to mech and get a couple Thors, then they're not that great. But early game Zerglings have been pretty good on this map and can be really hard to control if you don't play smart. The other attack path, you go down all the way here, and I might actually just Alt-Z, make this thing bigger so we can see. Down here all the way past a watchtower, and then you can come in from the south side. So players' bases initially are down here, here, and here, with this big ramp to defend, and then usually they'll take these bases next, but then you start spreading yourself out pretty thin. Once you start expanding, usually if you're here, you're going to want to control this watchtower. There's a lot of good strategies on this map. Tempests can be real good. They can attack from here, start invading the base. Really hard to get to the Tempest with any kind of ground unit. You'd have to actually have the air dominance to deal with it. Tanks and mech play can also be pretty good too. There's these small little chokes on both sides of the map, and even sieging up next to a watchtower, getting that vision, and then just kind of walling this off or walling that off. There's, you know, plenty of chokes. And then the side bases, these are the most difficult ones to hold, I'd say, for both teams. I mean, they're just kind of down here and way off to the side, so if any army is moving across, it's easy to pick those bases off. But then you've also got these bases, and you know, they're easy to pick off if you get to them. They're just notoriously far out, so I mean, it's not a bad place to Nidus network a base or just float off a hidden CC there to get your sneaky third or fourth base, you know? Because it'll probably be a while before it's found out, especially if you're not playing against a Zerg who has Overlords fanned out everywhere. But anyways, let's start talking about this game. I went for a CC first build. Did I get CC? Yeah. I decided, actually, I usually go for quick 3 CCs, but against 3 Zergs, I decided to go for CC into double gas into 3 factory Hellion play, just to kind of get map control and at least ward off the Zerglings. You know, maybe place a couple of Widow Mines in the chokes. As you can see, it gets real tight here and here on this side, so a couple Widow Mines, even maybe here and here, can really snipe off a couple Zerglings if you get lucky. and really cover the attack pass to your base pretty well until you can get some more solid defense down there. So anyways, Blue Flame coming in, Braincrusher teching up to the lair already. He's got his double Evo chamber on the way and a Roach Warren down. Has army hanging out here. See what I mean? You gotta keep it here to make sure those lings don't run by into your main base. Spek going for Stargate play, getting a couple Phoenixes out, and this is going to be very good against Zerg. Honestly, I don't know what Protoss wouldn't just go for Phoenix against Zerg. Snipe off a bunch of Overlords, and we got a little harass coming in. Phoenix is picking off a Queen on Aqua. Oh, I think they might have got Ender's Queen too. Let's see. Yep, this Phoenix has a kill. So we got 2 Queens going down on the Zerg side. Spore's not up in time, unfortunately. And oh, he's going to get each Queen from the main base. Is definitely some good harass from Spek we're seeing here. Definitely good. Can pick off 1 drone and then just get out of there. But see, this is very annoying as a Zerg player. The Spores weren't up in time and they definitely paid the price. We got Kale going for Spider Tech, Ender going for the double upgrades and Roach Warren, and we've also got Aqua going for Ling, Baneling, and double upgrades as well. Kale also has a Baneling, did he? Oh, and the Hydrodens. I was going to say, did he have 2 Roach Warrens? And as we got a little Phoenix Harass here, Phoenix is being annoying. This is so annoying as a Zerg player. I mean, usually the best way to defend this, I've found, my handful of times playing Zerg, is just to put a Spore close to your workers and a Spore on the other side and keep your Overlords in between the two. Then as we got me coming in with some Hellions from the side trying to put on a little pressure. Phoenix is going to end up going home. Hellions coming in, taking a little poke, but see, they're smart. Ender's got his roaches in position. It's not worth the run by and losing all the Hellions. So we're just going to back out, but looks like, oh, we got a base, hidden base here we just found out. And not much to defend this base. So these Hellions going to town, taking out the Queen. Ooh, and these are just Spore Crawlers, no spines down here. Worried about the Phoenixes. And these Hellions just going to town the hatchery, and they don't have anything coming. We got the couple Zerglings running over here distracting from Braincrusher, but these Hellions just whacking away at this hatchery, and ooh, if this hatchery goes down, it's going to be crazy. We played this game like, I think a week or 2 weeks ago. I don't really remember how it turned out, so it kind of helps me be more excited about it too, but looks like the Roach is coming in, going straight for the hatchery, and the hatchery does come down. The Hellions get out. I think we only lost 1 Hellion there. Meanwhile, we got a couple of Zerglings running on the side. Pop shot from the Photon Cannon. But a couple Roaches here, well placed, and a couple cannons, so we got a little semi-wall, but these Zerglings are going to run in. Photon Overcharge coming down, but going straight for the Terran base. Getting some SCV kills, but the Roaches are here, and they're Photon Overcharge, and these Zerglings are just going to get trapped. Yeah, and they're going, trying to do what they can, trying to be a little annoying, but these Zerglings are going to get cleaned up. Meanwhile, we got the Hellions going in, getting some drone kills here. Ooh, these are some good drone kills. Drones getting roast. The army's coming back home, doing a little bit of damage to Aqua's economy, and these Hellions look like they're pretty much trapped. Yep, trying to get some more shots off, but nope, these Hellions do get cleaned up. Did a little damage to the economy. Let's look at the units lost tab. Aqua lost about 60 units, so he's been losing a decent amount. Looks like Terran and Aqua traded pretty evenly this game, so no major losses. Widowmine's here burrowing to their death. Aqua retaking his far side difficult to protect expansion. Got the Phoenixes here on patrol, and follow these guys for a little bit. Anyways, don't get confused. Yeah, I am shredded SC, but sometimes I guess I'll just talk about me in the third person for the sake of commentation. I don't know. Sorry if I lose you guys, fluctuated between the two. But anyways, Phoenix is here being annoying, getting the Creep Queen. Hydra's gonna scare this off though. Couple Hydras over here, and these Phoenixes are probably gonna be forced to go home. Ooh, losing a couple there. Losing a couple Phoenixes, that's not good. But anyways, let's see what we got here. Aqua finally getting this base up after losing it to Hellions. Not Hellbats, just Hellions. And hold on, I think we got a little freeze here. Man, I'm gonna pause. This is annoying. Okay, we're back, guys. Sorry, sometimes when I'm recording with Fraps, the replay just freezes out of the blue. But anyways, and Aqua finally got his base up. Expanding off to the side, looks like Kale is in for Hydras. Maybe a couple roaches. Ender actually with the 2/2 roach Hydra coming in. Aqua getting a couple Ultralisks at 1/1. They do not have Chitanus plating yet. Until they get that, they're a little bit soft. A little bit soft for an Ultralisk. Zerglings 1/1. Aqua taking this gold base. And we've got, looks like, Ling Ultra for Aqua. Ender with the roaches. Roach Hydra. And then, what is Kale getting? Kale also looks like he's just going for Hydra. No roaches, just Hydras for Kale. No roaches to buffer the Hydras. Okay. Kale, the fancy micro, burrowing the hurt Hydralisk. Look at that, so cute. So cute. Looks like he's going to try to be annoying and peck on the left side. Meanwhile, we've got the mech army moving out. Siege tanks, Widow Mines, setting up position here next to the watchtower, getting some pretty good vision. Oh, a couple Zerglings getting shot over there, going in to try to kill that creep tamer. Definitely not worth it. Tank, what, 4 Zerglings from those hits. Oh, and they're coming in from the side, but oh, they see these Widow Mines. They decide to back out. Not really paying attention here. I didn't have those burrowed, but that's okay. Phoenix is poking in a little bit. Ooh, it looks like we're starting to get a little laggy. I hope it comes out a little crisper than this, but anyways, we got the little Hydra ball with the Zerglings coming into the side being annoying. Sniping off a free tank. Luckily we got Braincrusher's roaches coming back in. Roaches are 2/2. These Hydras are barely 1/1. So this should be a pretty easy fight for the roach Hydras. Kale has not been keeping up with his upgrades. Looks like we got these Ultralings trying to peck in a little bit, but see this tank at the watchtower getting some pretty decent shots off. Setting up a slight concave, spacing out these Widow Mines a little bit to cover the siege tanks. Looks like we're checking for some expansions here on Ender's side. Meanwhile, Aqua's got his Ultras over here. And this is kind of how to play it. If you're going ground, you gotta just slowly inch away and kind of control the little chokes right here. So he's deciding to go in. Widow Mine's getting some good shots off. A couple tanks here, but I don't think it's enough tanks to deal with this ball. A couple Hellbats going to the front with the Ultras coming in from the rear as well. Widow Mine's burrowing down, getting a couple more shots, and this mech army's going to get cleaned up. So these aren't Roach Hydra Ultras going straight into the main back, sieging up at the choke. So then we got a couple Roach Hydra coming here from Braincrusher to defend this push. And it looks like Ender's just going straight for Braincrusher's third base, forcing the cancel, keeping Braincrusher on 2 base Roach Hydra. And the Tempests are here! Tempests do bonus damage to massive, so these are real good for dealing with Ultralisks. Very good against Ultras, Thors, Battlecruisers, and even Carriers. And this push does get defended. A couple Phoenix and Tempests coming in to save the day. Meanwhile, we got some Widow Mines burrowing here at the chokes to watch this side. That one doesn't make his destination, sniped off by Kale. And bases are saved. And looks like we're going into the macro game, gentlemen. A couple more command centers on the way. Mech Army at 2/2. Sky Toss for Spek at 1/1 right now. And we got this little Kale coming in again. Didn't learn his lesson the first time. He's trying to keep up a little bit of pressure. But Crusher's here with the little 2/2 ball. Couple Zealots warping in to tank at the front lines. A few Tempest over here, sniping from the distance. And looks like Kale's still at 1/1, so Crusher's got the upgrade advantage, so that makes it a little more of an even fight. And this Tempest support is going to force this to run straight home. Meanwhile, looks like the Ultras poked in a little bit over here, but the siege line's holding. Ultras aren't going to get there without some severe damage put on. Shredded fanning out, taking the 4th base, trying to get a planetary fortress up. Meanwhile, we got Kale over here, got his 3rd base up, taking the gas, not really worried about the minerals on it though. Let's see, Kale, 1, 2, no, it's his 4th base actually, 4th base for gas. Ender's on 3 base, and Aqua is also on 3 base. Yes, because he got this one here, and also this gold, so Aqua's on 4 base econ. These Ultras, there they go, now they're 5-3, and these Zerglings are also 3-3. I wonder if he's got the, right there, the Adrenal Glands finishing up. Adrenal Glands, okay upgrade here in the heart of the swarm. Definitely 10 times better in Legacy of the Void. They can make Zerglings like 40% better. They're like cracklings again. Anyways, Rushing out for Aqua, trying to come in and force the cancel on this expansion. A couple Roach Hydras here just kind of running back for tank cover, and Braincrusher up. They didn't get the cancel on that hatchery. I didn't see him get the money back, but we got the Tempest here to come help out. Mech Army moving in, Hellbats at the front, Widowmines need to burrow. A couple tanks here in tank mode. And they're going in, Aqua's going for it. They're trying to break this concave here, but there's tanks and Tempest. This is probably not the best idea. And looks like bottom army does hold. Mech Army is still at 2-2. Looks like, was that a blinding cloud? I thought someone put a blinding... Yeah, they did do some blinding clouds. Fortunately, didn't do too much for them. Braincrusher retaking this base. Little task force over here. Roach Hydra moving in. And then Zerg Army coming in the side. Couple command centers here. Not yet morphed into planetary fortresses. This is pretty annoying, unfortunately. Now they can just come in and cause the pullback. We got these Roach Hydras here. Come and snipe out Aqua's gold base. Got the Muta Ball from Kale. He finally made some mutas. Sniping out the fleet beacon for Spek. Tempest coming back to defend this. Nida Swarm going down somewhere. And these mutas are going in. These Tempests are at 2-1. These mutas at 1-0. Kale's Roach Hydras 2-1, 2-2. But doesn't look like enough. These Tempests actually doing pretty good against Mutalisks. Not enough mutas here to deal with these. Couple tanks, Roach Hydras coming back. Ultras here pecking up the photon cannons and Mothership Core. And looks like these Tempests will hold. Meanwhile, we got the Mech Army here moving in. Drones moving out. Oh my gosh, they're moving past the Widow Mines. Oh, getting some sick kills on the drones. Forced to just keep his drones there. Tank shots going off on the drones. He just decides to go attack the tanks. Ultras coming in. Tanks are pretty well spread out though, so Ultras have to do a little bit of walking before they get it. Tanks in general, it's better to have them in tank mode against Ultras. They do more damage per second. But typically just in team games because of the quantity of units. Oh, and these Widow Mines there, are they going to get another volley? They get another volley. Oh my god, they get second wave of hits. This is beautiful before the Overseer gets there. So these Widow Mines did some work, definitely took a big chunk out of Aqua's and Ender's forces here. And looks like Gold Base gets cleaned up there by this Mech Army. That Siege Tank lives. Hero Siege Tank. Incredible. Meanwhile, trying to get this edge planetary fortress up again. Probably should put a couple tanks here just for defense, because those little run-bys are annoying. Little task force here for Braincrusher coming in, trying to do some damage, but it's going to get scared off from the Kale's army. The +2 Carapace Zerglings and the 2-2 Hydralisks over here. Meanwhile, Aqua poking his head in, seeing if there's any third bases down here. Siege Tank at the Watchtower, going to walk by again. And looks like, oh, that tank forced to cancel. It did. Oh, that's annoying for Aqua. That tank finally goes down, but he's a hero. Delaying that gold base even longer. Meanwhile, we got the Tempest pushing in from the middle of the map. Beginning this great siege, going straight for Ender's main base. Gonna get all his tech. Hydra Den, Infestation Pit, Hive, Spawning Pool. This is annoying. This is probably not the smart place to build all of his tech buildings, because if this goes down, he's going to go back to the Stone Age. And I don't think the Zerg Army has anything to deal with this. They're mainly on ground tech. They don't have any air. No Corruptors, no Mutas, nothing like that. Looks like he's coming in from the side, trying to take some pressure off. Meanwhile, Aqua's just trying to get his gold base back up. But it looks like the Zerg Army is slowly falling apart. Ender with a couple Hydras here, but it's not nearly enough to stop these Tempests. I think he just, what did he abduct? He abducted a Tempest. Trying to do a little micro, trying to snipe him off, but there are no Hydras here to hit this forward Tempest, so he's going to survive. He's going to live to tell his story another day, and these Tempests are just doing work. Kale got some Corruptors out, +2, but I don't think this is enough Corruptors. See, once you have the air dominance, it's just very hard to come back from that. There's more than enough Phoenix here to cover the Tempests. Kale forced to bring his Corruptors back. And Tempest here doing some work. Braincrusher and Kale doing a little Zerg dance here to the side. Meanwhile, Mech Army over here just turtling up, just expanding, trying to keep up some map control. Going in, Phoenixes taking out the Corruptors. Hydra's coming in, bit out of the range for the Tempest, and the Phoenix is just going to lift up the Hydras. Not enough Hydras here to deal with this air army, and it looks like not promising for the Zerg. Meanwhile, we got a little bit of Hellions coming in over here. Not going to get much done. Too many Ultras down there, and it's does not look promising. Although it looks like they did get a chunk out of the Sky Army. It's a lot smaller than it was. I missed that. I guess the reinforcement Hydra must have came in just in time. Braincrusher, you're getting the snipe on Kale's base. This is annoying. Looks like they're... Well, they still got their third bases up, and Aqua's got these. So Econ's still good for both sides and both players. More command centers coming down, trying to keep the wall going. Trying to keep leapfrogging a little bit forward. Spreading out the Widow Mines, very good. In here at the Watchtower doesn't make a difference, but in regular games you want the Widow Mines, because tanks can shoot farther than their line of sight. So you want to have the Widow Mines about right here, so that way you get more sight for your tanks and they can shoot farther. Big Roach Hydra Ball for Braincrusher at 3-3 going in on the side. Mech Army is 3-3 now as well. Looks like everybody else almost fully upgraded except for Kale and Ender. Kale is still on. Kale's Hydras are 3-3 now. His air is 2 attack. Zergling's only 3 carapace. Sky Toss Army 2 attack, 1 armor. Not fully upgraded, but he's got the dominance right now, so that's fine. Not paying attention to this command center. Probably going to lose it to these Mutalisks. Moving up the siege line forward with the Widow Mines, and the Ultras are just going in. Siege tank's not spread enough, not enough Hellbats here to tank for these tanks, but it looks like the Widow Mine's doing some pretty solid damage against it. Some Thors coming in now, going to deal with these Mutas quite nicely, and also pretty good against the Ultralisks if you can keep them off the Thor. Mew coming down to heal that command center, and looks like we're going to start leapfrogging in. Meanwhile, Roach Hydra Ball coming in on the side, taking out the Creep Queen. Not enough Spine Crawlers here to stop this, and this base is going to go down. It doesn't look like there's any reinforcements coming in on this side. Meanwhile, a couple Zerglings being annoying and forced to lift off on that command center. Not enough tanks and Thors here, unfortunately. The command center is going to go down. A couple Widow Mines getting picked off before the burrow. Will they burrow? Will they get the burrow? A couple Widow Mines burrowing down, getting a few pop shots off, but the Zerg army is spread out, so this is not enough damage. Still got a little bit of Mech Army here, so this side shouldn't fall just yet. Braincrusher still taking out another base. 3 bases taken out by this task force on the other side of the map. And it looks like Zerg army is starting to lose the battle for the left side, that's for sure. A couple free kills here, sniping out a couple Corruptors, very nice. And looks like the GG from Aqua. Tempest, Phoenix Ball. Kale has left the game. The only one playing now is Ender. What's he trying to do? Ender's still in this. He's going to bring his team home and micro 3 different armies. Tempest Ball moving in. And that's it. He decided to leave the game. And that was it, guys. That's the 3v3 we played on New Williamsburg. Hope you enjoyed it, okay? See you guys next time.